Wow, this is really lame.
I know, I kind of want to call Dad and go home now.
Wait, youngsters, before you leave, I want to tell you a story about ancient Egypt I learned from my father.
Well, I guess we can stay a little longer.
Yeah, I hope it's not boring.
Hey, Melissa, just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm deaf. And don't worry, this story is amazing. The Egyptian religion was polytheistic through the Old, Middle, and New Kingdom, meaning they believed in many gods. The Egyptians sacrificed animals to the gods for a good harvesting season. They also believed the gods controlled things like floods, death, and life in general. Once you died, your soul would be weighed by Anubis beside a feather. If your soul was heavier than the feather, it meant you have done bad deeds in your life and would be punished. For their politics, the pharaoh is the most important and powerful person. The pharaoh had viziers that were ranked highest in government rankings.
This is terrible! Take it away.
Hey, I heard something about that in...
Oh my god, Taylor's dating Taylor! What? Oh, well, I'm hungry.
Except my history teacher was talking about society and economy. Hey, she gave us the lecture. Here it is. The pharaohs and some priests would wear animal skins in respect to the gods. They were actually animal skins found in Tutankhamun's tomb, but the regular clothing they wore was generally made simple. The structure of ancient Egyptian jobs were the following. Slaves and farmers were at the bottom of the chain, but there weren't any auctions or markets for them. Slaves would work for the pharaohs in their household, and farmers would work on the land of high monarchies and would get housing, clothing, and food in return. Craftsmen were a step above farmers and were very skilled workers such as pottery makers, painters, and tailors. Soldiers were higher than craftsmen and were responsible for protecting their country. Economy-wise, agriculture brought in most of Egypt's wealth. Fish caught from the Nile was sold on the market, as well as cattle, goats, and grain. Mining was only for the rich people and meant little to the lower classes due to expenses.
Your knowledge is quite amusing.
Hey, Grandpa, I know a thing or two, too. Like in my history class, we just learned about arts and architecture and the intellectual life of ancient Egypt. Huge pyramids built for them before they died. Once the king died, they would be buried inside. The kings wished to live forever, but because some knew they were destined to die, they wanted to be remembered forever. Hieroglyphs were dated back all the way to 3100 BCE, and it was the first form of writing for the Egyptians. For their intellectual life, boys and girls both went to school in the Egyptian time. They started school when they were 4 years old and graduated at 14 years old. Generally, when women grew up, they stayed home to take care of their children. If boys, on the other hand, wanted to become doctors or scribes, they had to attend extra hieroglyphic schools. But there were other jobs for boys, too, like soldiers and merchants.
Oh, MAIA, your knowledge is quite amusing, too.
Thanks.
That's Dad. We should go.
Okay, bye. The end. Okay, that's all.
Never mind.
Leave. I want to tell you a story about ancient Egypt. I learned from my father. Why are you laughing?
She's dead. Hey, Grandpa, I have stuff.
Why is it hard?
Society and economy instead of